Tim Drake Robin issue 10.
I'm glad it's over. Book is so bad. And right, so I'll tackle. There's two main threads. I'll tackle one of them up until like they intersect, because it won't take long. It's Tim. He's been kidnapped by. He doesn't know what yet. He's, we had the chaos monsters, so he was attacked by chaos monsters, kidnapped. He wakes up in a labyrinth. He's wandering through the maze. It's a lot of traps. He finally gets through. He gets a vision of his dad, and has to fight it, and like prove that he's better. And then he gets through that. He passes the test, and then it turns out it's this cult that's kidnapped him. This cult that worships chaos, and they kidnapped Kate because she infiltrated before and managed to get one of their cult leaders, like the son, got him out of the cult, but then he couldn't live on the outside because he was so dependent on the cult and didn't know what to do, and that demanded retribution. So they've kidnapped Kate and they've got her like tied up on a big stone altar, like ready to sacrifice her. And Tim's like, "Oh no, you don't let her go. You kill me instead. I'll sacrifice myself." And they're like, "Okay, sure." And they're performing a ritual, and Tim's just trying to delay a little bit until the rescue arrives, which is where they intersect. Now the rescue. Go all the way back. You've got Bernard, who's at this point knows that Tim is Robin, but Tim doesn't know that he knows. He's going to the boat, doesn't realize he's missing yet. He's gone to the boat to find him, to speak to him. One of the neighbors is like, yeah, I should probably tell you. Tim was kind of in there, and Robin was in there, and Robin had left some clothes lying around, so thought you might want to know what your boyfriend's been up to. And Bernard's like, it's fine, don't worry about it. And then he goes off to get more help, and he goes, I think next is it Batman next? He does to find Batman. He goes out onto the roof at night with a torch, tiny little torch, and he holds the torch in his mouth and puts his hands and does a little shadow to make a little bat. And this torch is nowhere near strong enough to make a light on the sky. It's no bat signal, but Batman shows up anyway, and he's like, "Oh yeah, Tim needs your help." And then they all just show up, and so by all to show up to rescue Tim, I mean, you've got Bernard at the front, you've got Bruce, you've got Cass, you've got Babs, you've got Dick, you've got Steph, you've got Damien, you've got the cop from this book that's been going on, that detective, and then you've also got like 5 of the marina people, the people who just live on the other boats, his neighborhood there. So I guess they all know he's Robin now. It never addresses that. We never had Bernard explaining to them that, oh yeah, by the way, Tim is Robin. It was just yeah, don't worry about it. But by the way, Tim might need our help. And then all of a sudden they're all here to rescue Robin. And yeah, there's a big fight. There's a 2-page spread, like nice layouts of this fight sequence going on. It looks pretty good. It's says Mejia on art. It stuff's good. I think it's better than that other book. This book, it's still trying to be a little bit Rosmo-esque with the really heavy inks. Not rounded at least though, so it's okay. And this is the end of the book. Tim being like, "Yep, sometimes they're all just sat around by the boats having some lunch." Being like, "Sometimes you just got to accept that you're loved." And that's how it ends. And yeah, I kind of hate this. This cult just kind of came out of nowhere. There's just, oh yeah, they've got Kate, they've got all tied to an altar sacrifice. It's just, they've got a big massive labyrinth under Gotham that with traps. Like what? And then now everyone knows that Tim, like all the people in his life seem to know that he's Robin. Yeah, it's not very good. I'm glad the book's over.
I mean,
which hurts because why is it always a monkey's? But every character I want a book for, it's like you can have a Tim Drake book. Finally, you can get it, and it's this.
Don't be happy that it's over. Be sad that it happened.
Yeah, I'm miserable. I've been miserable for months reading this thing. I said the back 4 issues weren't quite as bad because not Rosmo, but it really showed the writing didn't pick up, and I mean the fact that it got cancelled after 10 issues kind of proves that it wasn't that. It can't have been a particularly popular book.
I think you love Riley Rosmo Hart. You secretly sing "Come On Rosmo" to the sound of "Come On Eileen" in the mirror every night, hoping for more Riley Rosmo to look at.
I slightly hate that I knew it was to "Come On Eileen" before you even explained. Of course it was.
Come on, Rosmo. Come on, Rosmo. I love your big heads. Come on, Rosmo.
I've got to read another Rosmo book next week. Why does the world hate me?
You get what you put out into the world, Connor.
That's fair. I do put a lot of hate into the world, but in my defense, the world deserves it. Yeah. I'm going to give it a 4.5. It's not as bad as previous issues. It's just kind of pointless at the end. It just falls flat. Has no emotional weight. But yeah, it's fine. It read okay.